Now, Michael, I think you grew up in California, right?
No, I didn't.
You didn't.
No,
I thought you were from Santa Barbara.
no. I was born in Cincinnati, and I grew up there, and then lived for my teenage years in Michigan. So
No
I'm
kidding.
a Midwesterner.
Well, I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
thought you were a fellow California native like me.
No, I've been here about 10 years, but not native to this state. No,
Wow. So what you lived in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio,
Cincinnati, Ohio,
in Michigan.
and in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Oh, you went to the University of Michigan.
Yeah, I graduated from University of Michigan.
That's a good school.
It's a great school. Yeah, it's huge though. I think, that's one thing when you come out of high school and you go into this huge university. It's such a different environment.
Right.
Like I remember the first year I was pretty lost
Yeah,
in
yeah.
how big everything was.
Now, Michael, a lot of people don't know about American football, but at your university, the University of Michigan, football is huge. Can you describe a typical Saturday football game? Like what happens at the stadium? What do students do?
Well, um, yeah, the stadium at Ann Arbor for University of Michigan, I think it holds 102,000 people, something like that.
Wow,
I mean, it's one of the biggest in the country,
that's mammoth.
and every game is sold out.
Wow. Yeah.
It's an incredible event. So yeah, all Saturdays are very much a buzz with excitement for the home games,
Mm.
and it's just a very big deal. The whole Michigan football program just generates a lot of excitement, generates a lot of money.
Right.
Um, and to tell the truth though, back when I went to Michigan, I
Yeah.
wasn't a big football
Oh,
fan.
you weren't?
I actually never went to a home
No,
football game.
really? No.
People ask me that they can't believe it
No
because
way.
it's such a big deal.
Yeah.
But I was more of like I don't know what you call it, kind of hippie
Yeah,
style student
yeah.
at the time, and we kind of distinguished between the jocks,
Right.
people who are interested in sports, and the people who are interested in what culture or something like that.
Yeah.
So at that time I wasn't into the football. I think now if I went back, I would love to see a football game.
Yeah. That's interesting. Man.
But the Wolverines, the Michigan Wolverines, and big source of pride
Mm.
for University of Michigan.
Wow. Well, oh, thanks for sharing that.
Sure.
Now, Michael, you were in the Peace Corps.
Peace Corps, yeah.
Can you explain what the Peace Corps is and what you did?
Well, it's an organization, a U.S. government organization that sends young people, for the most part, college graduates, to different countries to work as volunteers in either construction or education. I was in education. I was a high school teacher.
Where did you go? What country?
I was in Togo. It's a
Togo.
little country
Yeah.
between Ghana and Dahomey at the time, Benin, Nigeria, West
Wow.
Africa.
West Africa, yeah.
And I was a high school teacher. I was an education major at the University of Michigan and trained as a high school teacher there, but I had to get a complete different training of skills to work in West African high schools. I mean, for one thing, the classes were huge, like 100 students in a class. And we didn't have textbooks. We just had a blackboard in front of the class, and students had notebooks. So you had to really manage the class so that students always had something to write down or practice from their notebooks. And I had like 4 or 5 classes like that every day, and it was a
Wow.
very grueling job, but very, very exciting work. I mean, I loved it. I just loved it. It was the best thing a college grad could do, in my opinion.
What type of experiences do you remember about living in Togo?
Living in Togo. Well, I was a foreigner, right?
Right.
I was white. I am white, and everybody was African, black. So there was this feeling of always being an outsider. And
Right.
occasionally, not occasionally, often, kids would make fun of you for being different, and
Yeah.
so it's kind of hard to get used to that. But that was one thing I remember. Uh, I mean, I remember the beauty of it all and how, in the tropical area, how things grow.
Right.
You know, like it would rain almost every day, and then when the rain stopped and the sun came out, you just could literally see flowers growing, plants blossoming. You know, that's one thing I really remember.
Oh man, that's really, really beautiful.
It
Um,
is.
have you ever gone back?
You know, I was just thinking about that the other day, that why? No, I haven't gone back. I haven't gone back. I would love to. If I have the opportunity, I will. Or I have to make the opportunity to go back.
Hmm.
It, it's a very volatile country, though. You
Sure.
know, it's not an easy country to go to just as a visitor. I think
Right.
you need to have something to do there,
Right.
like I did. You know, I had a regular routine and place to live. I don't think I'd want to go there as a tourist,
Right.
but I'd love to go back if I have an invitation to do something again.
Hmm. All right. Thanks, Mike.
Sure.
Um, Michael, this is a beautiful home.
Yeah, yeah, we've lived here for about 12 years, and it's too big for us now.
Really? It's
Well,
pretty big.
yeah, I mean, it's got 4 bedrooms and it's got this big living room area and dining room area. And I've got 2 kids, and both of them are in college now, so they don't live here anymore.
Oh.
And so my wife and I are thinking about, moving to a smaller house.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, so where are you gonna move?
Well, this area is called Walnut Creek. It's in the East Bay of San Francisco, and we want to move into an area that's in the Berkeley Hills. It's called Orinda.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Oh, it's very nice. I mean, it's a little more inconvenient. It's not as convenient as here,
Yeah.
but it's a little more, there's more privacy
Right.
and there's more nature, more like old established trees and hills,
Mm.
and a little quieter. And so all those things appeal to us. So we're looking. It's not easy to find the right place, but actually today we're going to meet a realtor and we're going to be looking at some houses that are available and see if we like any of them.
Actually, I've been thinking about getting a house. I'm kind of getting up there in age. What is the process of buying a house? Like, how do you go about it?
Um, well, the first step to find a place is you have to work with a realtor, somebody who has access to homes that are for sale. And then you sort of look through the listings and you find ones that you like, that you can afford, and then you visit with the realtor. And say you find a house that you like. Like there is one that we're going to visit today that we think we like, and we're going to check it out again. After we visit, we make an offer sheet. We draw an offer sheet that
Uh-huh.
says how much we're willing to pay for the house. And the owner looks over the offer sheet. They never meet us directly. They meet only through
The
the
realtor.
realtors talk to each other. The buyer and the seller
Oh.
never actually talk to each other directly. And in this case, the house is going to have multiple offers. Many people will want this house.
Okay.
So they're not going to look at the offers until next week. And say 5 or 10 people bid on it, they're probably going to take the person who offers the most money for it.
Ooh.
So it's competitive.
That is a tough situation.
Yeah, so sometimes you'll find a house that you love and you can afford, but somebody outbids you. Somebody bids more for the house than you do, and you lose it. And then you
Hmm.
have to keep looking. So it can take weeks or months
Oh wow. Well,
to find the house you want.
sounds tough. Good luck.
Thanks a lot.